I'd like to welcome everyone to the next episode of the CueItUp DJ podcast.
Marketing. Yeah. All right, stand by on 10. About 15 seconds. Jordan, you gotta be open. Stand by on 12. 3, 2, 1.
Before it's time to spin, you've got to first cue it up.
I'm probably in your area too. Everybody who owns a laptop, they're a DJ. Everybody who owns a DSL camera, they're a photographer.
And what I'll do is put up blurbs so therefore you can see what I'm thinking about and why I chose that song. You can see the reaction of the kids. So you can kind of like get an idea of how to use it and what to expect.
Why do you want to charge for something that you have the knowledge of and these other DJs don't have the knowledge of? Share your knowledge, you know?
Right.
But DJing's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun too, you know? I'm djmikiemike. I cover central, northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, parts of New York State.
And I'm Dwayne Dixon, the HitmanDDub from Cleveland, Ohio. And it's time to cue it up. What is this? All right. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CueItUp DJ podcast. And I didn't think this time would ever get here, because it's like a lot can happen within a week. It seemed like this week felt like a whole year, because it's like
Dwayne, your mic's a little low.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to. I don't know what has changed between that. I don't know. Let me see. What is this? Let me unplug it and try to go over here.
Might be in your settings in Zoom.
Can you hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Yeah,
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're loud and clear.
Right, so I'm thinking this dongle on the side is bad because I didn't change any settings, and something else happened that made me. Oh, it didn't work when we did the collab with LaRuckus, Diego, and Shay, and when I unplugged it and plugged it back in, it worked. But I know that. But then when we did like the test run, and I recorded it, I sounded okay. So I'm thinking that this dongle thing, the USB-C converter thing that goes into your new Mac so you can plug in the USB, I'm thinking that thing is kind of like being shot. But yeah, I just plugged it into another spot and it works. All right, cool. But then it's like one issue after another issue after another issue. So today I finally got my internet back. After not having
what's your volume at on Zoom?
Zoom.
You look at your Zoom and your Zoom settings.
Yep. Everything is turned all the way up, and when I'm talking, it goes like red, yellow, and then it peaks at.
Now you're quiet again.
Yeah, so I have no idea because that's turned up, and I didn't change anything over here. What about now? I'm still.
That's your volume for you. That's not for us.
I know, but I'm just saying that's the only thing I changed. That's the. So let me see if something got switched here because I didn't touch anything. Audio. Let me see.
I think it's under sound.
Sound settings. There.
Oh, that's at the Mac.
Output.
Maximum.
Let me see. Test.
Here we go.
Test.
There you go.
There we
Yes.
go.
I don't know. Something must have set that.
No,
Wait,
down,
I can
down,
hear you.
down a little bit. Down
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit.
All right. Test. Right here.
A little bit more. Down, a little bit more.
Put it in the middle.
Right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Loud and clear now. There you go.
And I don't remember. Did I update? No, yours is still gone. So you just be seen for tonight for right now. Yeah, but see, this is a perfect reason why you do not update your software just before a gig, because things you don't know what the computer's going to do. Because I can't remember because the only thing different I did try out that new Serato 4.0. That's the only thing new I remember doing. I'm trying to think. Did I update my computer? I'm thinking I did do an update of the OS, and it might have switched things. But whatever.
It's just an update.
Yeah.
So here's a quick technical thing that I do. And I don't know if you do it or a cool thing, a Hunter if you do it, or Mike you do it. The microphone you see here is XLR into a Yamaha mixer, a small 6-channel mixer, and then I have another microphone off to the side for my partner in crime, Tracy, and then that's USB into the computer. And if I need to adjust the volume, I adjust volume on the mixer. The volume's just set on the computer at halfway.
But I don't use a mixer. I'm going right USB. Yeah.
I don't use a mixer. I use everything built into the computer. The webcam, microphone, everything is built in.
See, that's why I like the mixer, because I can adjust.
At the Roland Broadcast one.
Let me see if I can. Now I need to adjust something because Kevin is. Maybe I adjust my Zoom, because now I'm too loud. Now I'm picking up. Let me see how. Go to my looper. Because it's just picking me up.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you when you say short sentences. But then.
Yeah, see. Yeah. I use the Roland Broadcast one.
All right.
I have that same mixer too, but
Okay. We'll try to adjust because there is an echo and I can't figure out where it's coming from.
I don't hear it, so it's got to be maybe. I know you turn your volume of your speakers up higher before. So
Yeah, I turned it. Yeah, if you see, I turned everything right down, but I got the looper going. Wait a minute, let me see if there's something going on the looper. Let me see if I turn this off. Can one of y'all say something?
1, 2, 3, 3,
Yeah,
2,
I won't
1.
be able to hear that.
hello, this is
Let me see.
Turn
this down.
from northeastern Pennsylvania.
All right.
Yo, it's DJ Cool Thing, the coolest DJ on the beach.
And I'm just Hitman. I'm just a nobody trying to be somebody.
There you go.
Join the club, brother. Join the club.
All right.
I was there one time.
All right. So. All right. So yeah, I guess I'm hoping that I'll double check. And Kevin's in the chat. So I'm glad he was able to jump in.
Hello, Kev.
No, I can't even hear myself.
Wait, I thought Kevin was Kevin. Kevin, did you? I thought you got back your gig on Thursday night for karaoke, man.
Yep. So I guess he'll answer because it's like a 30 to minute delay.
Yeah, it's always a delay.
Yeah.
Yep, this is just going to be odd because now everything's turned down on over here, so I don't know what has changed in between. But let's jump into the show. And
technical problems aside.
Yep. And of course, this is the cueitup DJ podcast where DJs of all skill levels come to connect, learn, and grow, from pro tips to real talk, where we are here to support and celebrate the DJ community. He said he has a festival this week. Yep. So originally we were going to do like the metaverse. We was going to try to stick with the AI thing, but since things were so hectic and I want to make sure it's done right, I decided to flip that and do it next week. And this week we're going to talk. Hack your account and take your money. So how many people have got scammed over on through us?
Talking about that, Dwayne? I just got a call today from an 800 number. Joe had asked me what my prices were, and will I be able to pay the venue and the photographer for him this afternoon?
Okay, because I had one of those too. That was like my first experience.
Yeah, my experience. Oh man, I got hacked from a guy in Nigeria. He wanted me to invest in Bitcoin, and took all my money. He changed all the passwords and email addresses, so I can't get into my original YouTube and Google account. He stole my Facebook. He stole my Instagram. He stole my TikTok. He stole everything.
Okay. What about you, buddy?
I guess I have been lucky. I have not really had much problems with it. People, of course, they'll send you the text message saying, "Hey, are you available at such and such date?" And at this address, and I like look at it, I'm like, yeah, there's something not right in Denmark here, something rotten in Denmark, it's like, yeah, good try, but yeah, no.
Yep.
But it's one of the things that as a small business, and again, I guess because I come from a corporate background and from a very heavily secured background, being in corporate and business management in retail. And also my wife working for, well, unfortunately no more, a wireless carrier, and her dealing with security as well. I run a lot of things through her, so she's my sounding board as well. I'm like, I feel suspicious about this. I'm gonna just double check, see if she feels the same way. And there's a term Tracy used to use, your blink. It's kind of like your mind's eye or your second sense. If you're reading something, it sounds too good to be true. It always is. And the other part is that it's something that you have to be aware of. People are out there trying to steal your money from you. And then I see it all the time. There's a few guys on YouTube that go after the scammers. They're trying to get you to get a card, and they just had a big fest and stuff like that in UK, where they went after some scammers and they actually caught a guy who was trying to pick money up. It just amazes me that these people spend this much time trying to rob businesses, but they're out there. They're always looking for prey. Unfortunately, Hunter is a victim of it. And there's other people who are victims of it, and it's sad. It really is sad that this happens. But you have to be have your head on a swivel and look at what's around you. You have to look at what's happening, what's transpiring. When something comes in email, start verifying. I do that a lot of times. If something doesn't sound right, I'll call venues up, and I've done that. Hey, do you have a booking for this customer on this date? Oh, you do? Okay. Hey, can I ask some questions for you while you're on the phone? And then I get able to report the venue. I've done that a few times. And the
Mm-hmm.
venue manager's like, oh, wow, I never had a DJ call way in advance. And it's one of the things that you build a report to venue. Plus, also you're verifying it is a legitimate bid. And also you're looking at going, is there a reason to be worried about it? And that's again, that goes back to, do you want to set up a meeting? If they're saying no, they don't want to set up a meeting, they just want to do everything by phone, then you get, I've seen it before where I start asking some questions. I'm overseas. I had one person tell me that they're on a oil rig in the middle of the Atlantic. And it's like, yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, no, that doesn't fly. You know, when I see people say that kind of stuff, I like to see. Sometimes I like to toy. I'm one of those guys that answers the phone when the people calling tell my vehicle's out of warranty, start acting and talking and try and do some of the things like the anti-scammers I see on YouTube do, and I just get into it with them a little bit and toy them along and play with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not scamming someone else for that minute or two, but
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very difficult because there's so many people coming at you, and especially this day and age, you have your sign out there asking for business, and people are coming to you sometimes not with the best intentions, and you have to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm. Because you hit a couple of key points that I have experienced, especially once started trying to put myself out there. It's I noticed a lot of them start coming when I got my Google Ads going, and then also when I first joined Wedding Wire. It seemed like it was a certain amount of time, like especially around just when the pandemic we were just coming out of it. That's when I noticed a lot of them coming through. Because I had one where the guy asked me my prices, and I told him the prices of my different packages, and then he says, "Oh, great, we'll take your expensive package." And because I always send a link to set up a consultation time, and he said, "No, we just want to use you." Okay, and I'm all giddy because see, he would have been my first one if it would have been legit. So I'm all giddy. So he said, "Okay, we just want your expensive package, and we'll send you the check." Why did the check show up like a day later? And then, of course, the check wasn't for the amount of my highest package. It was a check that was almost double or triple the amount. And the thing was, I need you to pay my caterer, the venue, this, that, and the other, and also keep $200 for yourself. And then when I went to the
That's a common
bank,
scam.
yeah, and they said, no, this is not legit because one, the person that's sending you the check, if you ask them about this check, the check wasn't from him. It was like, oh, I got this check because my employer loved me so much. He wanted to pay for my wedding and all this. And then when you did more digging, the check was with a company that wasn't even listed of the name of the company. So I had that issue going. I had another one. I get the ones all the time on Wedding Wire. If you're on Wedding Wire, you're thinking you're getting asked to do weddings. So they'll start off with weddings. They'll be like, "Oh, we're getting married," and they give a weird day or time. And then when you respond back and you say, "Oh, congratulations," and this, that, and the other, you do your little links for your consultation or whatever. Then you get the next email saying, "Oh, it's for a birthday party, and it's for my wife, but I'm out of town. I just need you to come here to do that birthday party." I'm like, dude, you up there wasting my time. So I have that one going. Oh, go ahead.
I just got one last week, and it's like right off the bat, I see that I'm having a party at this address, and I'm like, oh God, I that's the first thought in my mind. I was like, okay, party at this address. Okay. Go on Google Maps, which I always have open in my computer and on my phone. Type in the address, and it's a residential house, and it was through the Knot. And I'm like, oh God, okay. So I look at it, I'm like, you're residential, okay. So Tracy and I were talking. She's like, we don't do residential. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I put down, yeah, we don't do residential. Sorry, you may want to talk to another DJ. And about 15 minutes later, they messaged back saying that, oh no, hey, we'll switch to a venue that works for you. I just marked it as spam. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that sounds like something very similar that I had after a live stream. I was getting ready to do the Google business thing, and then someone who I didn't know called me, was bullying me, harassing me, saying we want you to DJ a Joe Biden event. I was like, I don't even know you, so sorry, I can't. So I hung up and kept calling back and calling back and calling back and just harassing me and just caused me a whole lot of stress. So I was like, nope, not doing the Google business thing anymore.
Well, you could just block them, Hunter.
I can't block them.
Yeah, you can.
And that's why I mainly get my gigs from family and friends. These are the people I can trust. They're my safe space.
But again, strangers calling you. If someone calls you up and says, "Hey, I want to hire you to do a party at my house,"
But I knew
99.9% of them are legitimate. It's that 1.01% of those criminals out there looking for a victim. And again, I get them, Hunter. I probably get them at least once a month, if not more, of someone phishing, and it's called the phishing. I get someone phishing trying to get me to bite on their lure for, hey, look, I got a gig for you. Oh, hey, it's a wedding. Oh, it's a birthday party. Oh, it's this. My wife's just got her PhD in nuclear physics, and we want to have a party. Whatever it is, it's a scam, and you have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
And does that mean I'm going to shut my business down and not accept? No, I'm going to talk to people and do due diligence. Plus, I'm a preferred vendor at a lot of venues, so I can call and verify things very quickly from a venue. Even a venue I'm not a preferred vendor at, I call and I build a rapport with that venue. And I've ran into that, to ask questions and talk to the people. They're like, oh my God, I wish more DJs would do this. And I found out, people who are scamming.
Yeah, see, what I do is I mainly use my Facebook page, I use my Instagram page, I use social media to get gigs. And because I know I can see someone who is legit or not legit, and I'll have to see who's legit, not legit, and accept the gig. And with Google, I'm kind of scared of who's legit and who's not legit.
Well, so again, you just got to do due diligence. You kind of have to treat at first everyone the same. Like, is this legitimate or not? And that's the first step you want to do. You want to verify things. If you think it's not correct, they're sending you things. If I send you a text message, hey, DJ Cool Thing, I want you to come DJ at the beach on whatever beach is near you, near the hot dog stand that right outside the hot dog stand, on the street, on the beach. I want you to DJ. I'm having a big party there. Well, you probably know that that's probably not allowed in that area.
No, it's not.
But I may have a permit. I may have gone to the city and say, hey, and got paid for a permit. I want you there to DJ. There's people who do that all the time. So those are the things you got to look at. Okay, how do I make sure this is legitimate and not a scam? I do due diligence, and I need to see. And again, verify, and that's the key thing. Verify, don't assume, verify, and say, okay, fine, great. Again, if it smells funny, if it looks funny, you start asking questions. You don't feel comfortable, say, thank you so much. I don't feel I'm the right DJ for you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and the hackers scammers got to the point. Yeah, the hackers and scammers are the only one I say no to. It's people I don't know from school, that I don't know from. I only DJ for family, friends from school, friends from church, and that's it. They're my safe space. Those are the ones I DJ for.
Yep. So I'm glad you all brought that up, because one of the things when I was trying to get everything together for the show, because people do try to scam on people, and then those that are just starting out, once you get that, you fall prey. not because you're not thinking. You just get excited because you're thinking that this is something that's going to help you move forward. So I did try to look up some ways to kind of like help you if you're feeling kind of funny. Most of the times, if you're feeling funny, that's your spider senses going off. Then you probably should bag off. And there's a couple of things that you can do to kind of like help verify and help yourself through. So that's what we're going to talk about next, because I just had a weird one within the last couple of days. And I'm going to show you how using ChatGPT, it has gotten real good lately, especially 5.0 that's out, that you can use this to kind of like at least point you in the right direction. But I would say there is a chance, just like Buddy said, that lead could also be real, because I had that happen one time. I'm thinking, okay, this is another scammer, and so I sent the link anyway, and I was surprised that they actually showed up on Zoom, and I was not prepared because I'm so used to them screwing around. I was like, man, you're really a real person, because they just fit the same. The same MO. But and sometimes it does be a real person.
And you have to watch out for that. I've run into that too. Hope this email finds you well is always was one of the phrases that a lot of scammers use, but people use that phrase as well. So you kind of have to, again, look through it and read through it and, kind of do your due diligence and do checks.
Mm-hmm. So let's jump into the slide. So basically, scams usually fall into a couple of categories. One, it could be the too good to be true offers, like the ones that I had mentioned earlier. You just started DJing. You only been DJing for, let's say, a year. You don't have the experience, and you don't have the experience. But out of the blue, someone comes and drops this big, large sum of money for you to DJ, knowing that you don't have the equipment or the experience, or they'll set up an event for, let's say, an hour. Something outrageous. If they want you to do their wedding reception, and the wedding reception is only last for an hour or maybe two, or it's at 10 o'clock in the morning or someday, if it's outrageous or if it sounds too good to be true, again, that's a form of like a scam or a setup. Overpayments, and we already talked about that one, how you'll agree to an amount, and instead of them sending you a check for that amount, they'll send a check that's over that amount, and then want you to spend the money and pay out everybody else. And the other one, the one that I just experienced the other day, it's a phishing email. And this person sent out their information. I responded, and I said, because first of all, when they send things out, a lot of them won't put down specific information, like the venue, like they'll just put down something generic, like we having it on this date, but they won't put down all the other information that usually Wedding Wire would ask you. So anyway, I said, before I can give you a good price, I need to know more about your event. So they went on and they said, great, we'll like to talk to you at 7 o'clock. All right. So I said, great. So I sent them the link, and I sent them the Zoom link. And of course, when 7 o'clock came, they were like, well, we can't use your link because there's other people that be on Zoom and everybody won't be on the screen at the same time. And we need you to click on our Zoom link because we're already there. And then when you start looking at these different links, you'll notice that the links kind of look official, but there's always something off. Instead of being Zoom, what is it, Zoom.com or Zoom.us, it'll be like
it's Zoom.us.
It'd be like Zoom.us, and it'd be something funky, something other than that. Yeah. And so what I did, I wasn't quite sure. So what I did was use ChatGPT, and I can slide this over and show you. just to check and took like a screenshot of our conversation and what popped up. So that's what you see at the very top here. But then ChatGPT will look at it and they'll give you some advice. And they'll point out some red flags to look for. And then they also tell you what to do and what not to do. So that's another thing that you can do. Also, look at the emails. A lot of those emails, if the emails come off like, let's say Joe Blow at, it's usually like a Gmail or Yahoo or .com, that could be legit. But if it's one of those off-brand kind of things, don't click on it. Or if they send you an email and it's kind of like funky. Like, for example, one of these I'm thinking is a phishing email because all of a sudden I started to get private invites for a YouTube video. Or I get your video has been flagged because your music has been copyrighted or something weird like that. But it doesn't have the YouTube logo or it's something off. It looks official, it sounds official, but if you go up to the email where it's coming from, it's always some kind of like funky thing. So there's also a couple of spots that you can use if you're not sure of the email that's free. One is email Hippo, where you can put the email address in here and it can kind of like tell you whether it could be legit or if it's just plain bogus, and then put out all the information if it's bogus. And another one is called Verifalia. Again, you just put in the email. I would type in the email. I'll be so scared to click on the actual links because then you setting yourself up. If you
don't
to do
click
that.
on links. That's one of the first things. Everyone I know in IT, and I know a couple people in IT. Actually, one of my friends who lives in your state of Ohio, who is in IT for public safety, and he I've talked to him before about that kind of stuff, and those links like that you get sent to you that say, your account on Bank of America or Capital One or whatever is closed because it got overdrawn. And you're like, oh my God, you go click on the link and it takes you to like a false flag idea that says, hey, it's Capital One or it's Google or whoever. You start typing in stuff, trying to get in there, like, how come it's not working? My password's not working because it's not them. Always go directly to that link you have in your computer already. If it says go to Google, okay, go directly to Google. Don't click on a link on that page. If it says go to, YouTube, same thing. Go directly to YouTube. Don't go clicking on that page. Click on YouTube and go into your account directly off of YouTube, stuff you've been to before. Someone's saying something, always take it with a grain of salt. Say, okay, fine, great. This looks kind of official, but I want to verify. And that's why you want to do that. And again, I'm glad those websites you have available that you can put a email address, and it could it could come back and say, hey, it's bad, or it could come back and say it's okay, but still it's one of the things that you still want to make sure. It's a day and age we live in that we're so reliant upon email and stuff like that, and especially for our businesses, it's hard and difficult. It's a minefield. It literally is a minefield.
Yeah.
First,
email
on your phone.
Yeah. Oh, and for those of you who are watching, for those of you,
wait a minute.
Yeah, for those of you who are watching, don't be like me and be stupid enough to fall for these things, because it really bit me in the butt when I lost all my money. I lost.
Test.
Hey,
All right.
back.
Or
You're back.
Spectrum. Just wait till tomorrow. Spectrum's getting on my nerve. It's either Spectrum or Buddy, because it did it last time you was on there on Buddy. You remember?
I guess my bad luck charm.
Yeah, my office has Spectrum, and I don't think we had any issues, barely. And of course, my grandma's house, she switched from Spectrum to Verizon. Now she has Verizon Internet, and that thing goes out as well.
They all have problems.
Mm-hmm.
I have a local internet company or a telephone.
Yep.
They all have problems. Every company has problems. You just got to call and complain.
Yeah. And I was trying to remember what was I? I'm trying to remember. I was getting into it and I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about the websites and going to the websites, putting in the email addresses, and seeing what comes up. If it's legitimate or not, it will tell you.
Yeah.
Mike is unfortunately still having problems.
Yeah, I can't. I don't even remember where I was going. I was talking about the two-step authentic, the key code things. When you go in there, they ask you
authentication.
Yeah. So I use the app, and then what the app does, you put the website into the app, and for every 30 seconds, it rotates, and it gives you a different 6-digit code to put into the code when you try to log in. Or they'll ask you, they'll send a code to your text message or your email, wherever you have it, however you have it set up. Or they do the secret question code. So all of those, I pretty much try to have some kind of backup. So if somebody try to hijack my accounts, they'll have a hard time doing that, because I have somebody try to get an iPhone under my Spectrum account, which was a pain in the butt trying to deal with that. Then having to change these passwords, because I can only remember so many passwords at a time. So that's some of the things you have to do. That's why you got to be careful on clicking on either links in text messages or emails and all that other stuff.
Yeah. One of the things is Hunter, as well as everyone else, just make sure you don't use the word password as your password, because that's one of the most biggest ones that people have used is password for password. And that's one of the first ones that hackers always try. Password and password one.
I never do that. I always come with something. I always come up with something original and something unique and something, something I can
driver's license.
Your driver's license number?
Yep. No, except for your state.
That's personal information. I wouldn't want it out there as a password, because passwords do get hit.
And I was going to say, Mikey Mike, now you got to change it. You just told us how to get into your account.
No, that ain't my end. I have a different one on my end. Oh yeah, different percent. I got. Which was it?
All right, everyone out there, change your password to "cool thing is my spirit animal" as your password.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is super slow. I mean, slow. 19194.
Okay.
20 jitters, 115.
All right. So to wrap this up, so these are some key things to look for when you're getting leads, or when you get just emails or text messages in general that you don't know where it came from. Red flag keywords and phrasings, just like what Buddy said. They use certain phrases, especially if they do a lot of misspelling of words, then that's a red flag that it's probably something that's not legit. Also, if it's coming from the let me turn me down over here. In the subject line, if it says something about a big name company and then you don't see the name of the logo of the company and all this, the information of that company, that's probably a bad scam email. Also, odd sender addresses and domain mismatches. I find that a lot because a lot of my clients will come up starting off with one email, but then they want me to respond to another one after they got a response from me. And you got to be careful with that one. And also be careful if you can have a business email. That's the safest way to do it. Try not to use your personal email. Try not to use, especially your personal address. If you need a P.O. box, go and do that because you don't want people to come to your house. And then if you can have your own business phone, do that so you can separate the two. Because what happens a lot of times when you do click on these links or you respond back to some of these leads, they're just fishing to see if your email is legit. And then next thing you know, you're starting to get all these weird emails after you responded to that one because now they know that email is legit. They also can be trying to steal your email to get into something else. So you gotta kind of watch out for that. And then also Facebook is good at having hack accounts because I don't know how many times I had friended, I'd say so-and-so. Because I was like, I thought I already friended you twice. It's like you keep getting these friend requests, and then what I do is just go and look at the page. If the page just started, I don't friend you back. Or it look like it's inactive, I don't friend you back on my socials because it's too many of those. Because one time somebody did get into my Instagram account, and I caught it because it's one of those things where you get the email alert saying, your password has just been changed or you're trying to change your password. And so that's when I jumped on to my Instagram. It's one of those things where on my phone, I'm already logged in, so I didn't have to log in. So therefore, I was able to just still get to my account and change things around and go back. That happened for a good half an hour going back and forth because every time, of course, I changed it, they tried to change it. So eventually, I had to just go out on faith and just tell it, Instagram, log out of all the platforms, no matter what. And hopefully, once I had changed that password, and I just was hoping that once I did the, log out of all the devices and log back on, they wouldn't have got back into mine. So that's how I was able to get back through mine. I had to go through some backdoor. But the thing was, in order for me to do that, I had to have caught it right then. Because normally, it was just so happened I was on my phone doing something, and I saw the notification. Other than that, on a normal day, I would have been doing something else, or I would have been asleep, and I would have missed it. And then they would have had my accounts. I should say accounts because if they got Instagram, that's automatically linked to my Threads, which is automatically linked to my Facebook, and there's no telling where else that would have gone. So after that one, make sure, again, if they send you a lead and they don't have no specific event details or vague locations, that's a red flag. And it's always, they seem to send urgent stuff. Something always have to happen right then. It's always a last minute thing to get you riled up and get you to do something that you normally wouldn't do. And then suspicious file attachments or links. So that's self-explanatory. And it's just like what Buddy had said earlier. If it feels wrong, it probably is.
I try, Dwayne, if you go meet somebody or they ask them with you, I always go to a place, never into your, or if you have your own office, never into your office. I always go to a place, a library, a grocery store that has a little cafe in it, like a pizza shop, anything like that. You're in a domain. You're not at your house, and you're not at the house. That's best to do it. Mm-hmm. Never invite them into your home, and never go into their home either.
But the guy that got me into doing like the weddings and stuff, he will meet with his couples a lot. I know I went with him to a couple of his consultations, and we met at like a Starbucks or something. But do you all meet with your couples? Because I noticed once a pandemic came and we came out, it seemed like Zoom is the more go-to, or the video conference phone calls. It seemed like this more a go-to as opposed to
For the
meeting in person.
initial meeting and meet with the couple, we do a Zoom, because the fact that we've ran into it before, of being ghosted, Tracy and I. So you're trying to take a Saturday or Sunday that we could be doing other things, and we're trying to take time, especially like a weeknight. Tracy would work until 5 o'clock, and then someone wanted to meet at 6. Well, she had only had like a half hour, 45 minutes to like decompress from her job to get in the mindset for the business and deal with the business. So we would always try to do Zoom, and we do that for all our initial meetings. After that, our final walkthrough meeting, like I have a final walkthrough meeting this Sunday that I have like my customers' information here. Thank you, Zola, and thank you, Vibo. It's one of the things that we'll meet them in person and go through and proof the music. But the first meeting, it was online on Zoom. I've had a few meetings like that with people because of their schedules and time. We had to do the walkthrough meeting on Zoom and spend an hour and a half. It's much more convenient because we're not had to drive somewhere. But again, the other part is that we're verifying that they're a real person there, and much like yourself, you want to see a person, you want to talk to them. And in the age of 2025 and 2026 and 2027, the Gen Z, and you're going to start into the Gen Alpha, when they start going into things, they're going to want to do that because they're used to it. And just like texting, the Gen Zers will text more than like myself being, a Gen Xer. Millennials will text more than me. But, we try to text very heavily. We try to be on par with that and understand this is their form of communication. And you have to understand how people communicate and follow that communication, make things easier. But like I said before, doing Zoom or Google Meets or Teams on Microsoft, all those systems right there are all easy to deal with. And I feel gives a lot of flexibility as a small business owner that I can have a meeting with, the client, the two of them. If they want to bring a mother or father in who is in like Ohio, like you, Dwayne, or like we're doing right now. You have one guy in South Carolina, you have yourself in Ohio, another guy in Pennsylvania, and this crazy guy here in Illinois. So you have 4 different states, couple different, 2 different time zones, and you have stuff going on, and it's very easily to do this, and it makes life so much easier, and you don't have to worry about certain things. And we've had clients that are all over the country, and we communicate with them and work everything out beforehand. I think it's one of the best things ever, best ways to communicate. But again, we're verifying that they're a real person because they're not coming on to Zoom. That's kind of a big red flag.
The thing I did, I had a client from Hawaii. So it's 3 hours to California, another 3 hours to California to Hawaii. So it was midnight here, it was at 6 p.m. there. So we basically texted before our time. That was before Zoom too. So that was quite difficult. You're getting a text at 12:30 in the morning. Boom. You're wide awake and texting back and forth because she wanted to go over some for her wedding, not realizing it's 6:30 in the evening, but it's 12 in the morning here.
With the last wedding I did, which was last September, we didn't really meet face to face. We messaged each other back to back since I was always I'm busy, and that's how I got my music, and we talked on Facebook Messenger, and that was that.
Yeah.
So I barely meet with my clients unless I have to, or if I have free time, then I would probably meet up with them. But my mom and my dad are always busy, and I don't have a ride.
And in the chat, Yep, in the chat, because I forgot about them last time. Because because it happened when Buddy was on, when I my internet went out, and I forgot to mention LaRuckus's comment. So they said, "What's up, cool thing?"
Oh, hey, LaRuckus.
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
And they said, "What's good, queued up family?" We waiting for our third collab in a couple of weeks with our special guest. So I'm looking forward to that. See, they made me kind of like lazy. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to like start our show today, because last week I didn't have to do any kind of planning. I didn't have to worry about doing any kind of technical stuff. I just showed up. So it's like hard trying to put everything back together.
Yeah, let's hope and pray that I don't have any tech issues come 2026 when I do my show, Time to Spin.
Yeah, hopefully. But it will. Anything that's live is probably going to have some tech issues at some point.
Yeah. It's you're talking a machine, and a machine can break down at any time.
Yep. And that's what we were saying about that. Is AI going to take over the DJ role? Because it's like you never know when they're going to break down and do their own thing.
Exactly. You be playing the Cupid shucks, here's Poke Yash or Stole the Kish. Nice 2 pokers right after the quick shuffle,
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's the hour.
Wow.
It's like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself, because we actually did a show for an hour show, because we actually started late at 9:30, but yep, that was pretty much it. Not bad for something that I thought of on a whim. I was like, what am I going to do? Because I wasn't ready to do what I originally wanted to talk about, but it's like, but I did come up with a good topic that we can discuss.
Yeah, you did.
I just have to think of, no, it's another one, because I have to think of a way to frame it. Because it's like, again, for those that don't know, I'm trying to go from, doing that journey from being a bedroom hobby DJ to going into business and doing it full time. And I understand there's levels to this. But the thing is, what I'm running into is like, I'm putting in a lot of hours trying to do the podcast and trying to do the DJ stuff. But see, people around you are used to you being a certain way. They don't understand the work that you have to put in order to make your business successful, as far as finding music, as far as being behind a computer. Because to them, they think I'm, goofing off behind a computer, looking at YouTube videos or doing this and that and the other. They don't understand that this is promotion, or this is research, or it takes time for me to actually prep for a gig, listen to the music. It's not one of those things where when you hire a DJ, I just show up and everything is
Sean's
there.
Here too.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, hey, Sean.
Long time no see, Sean.
Yep. Yeah, so it's one of those things I got to formulate how to word it so it's along the lines of when is the right time to either shrink your circle of people or cut people off. And it's not one of those ones where sometimes it's not as easy as just cutting people off, because the people that you probably need to move away from could be your family and all that stuff. So I'm trying to think of a way to put it out there, because this is something that I'm dealing with, and this could be a good issue, because we all experienced, because we all had talked about how do we balance our family life and our DJ life, but then there's
actually I talked about that on my Time to Spend show.
Right.
We talked about managing family life and DJ life.
Yeah, but then at the same time, when does it become one of those things where now people are blocking you from reaching your full potential? And sometimes they don't, some people don't do it intentionally, but it's a way that I'm just trying to figure out how to, level up and try to bring people up with me, or just kind of like start moving away. So that's where I'm at with that one. You're lifting, you like lip, doing your lips, so like you want to say something. I could just see you just jumping at the bit, buddy.
Sometimes the family hold me back.
Yeah, well, Ruckus said sometimes your family is the one holding you back. Not really, because I have a loving family who loves me for who I am, and they accept me for who I am, and they would do anything to support me.
And on the other one, I'm on the other end. I'm finding more and more. Just like we just had an issue this week with my stepdaughter. Not the stepdaughter. I'm dealing with her. That's a whole different thing. With my niece going to school. Because now I noticed that now that I'm transitioning, trying to be business-like all the time, it's like people around me that doesn't handle business and stand on business, I become like cool thing because I had it up to here. I can't deal with it anymore. So it's like I can't stand people that I guess I got into my set ways of doing stuff and picking up the phone, calling, and getting things done. And when people don't do it, and then they want to intrude on your time, and then they don't respect your time after you tell them what you have to do, it's like now we have an issue. It's like I'm not being mean, but there's a way of doing stuff, and sometimes they don't understand that, or family don't understand that you do have to put in hours in order to get this money, because a lot of people that see the finished product, they don't see the work behind it. So that's what I'm wrestling with.
And you know what? It's your friends who support you and help you are the ones that are going to be there for you. And you can always turn to them and talk to them. And sometimes just calling someone and just venting is good. Vent to another DJ. And Sean is bad, horrible. His wife's holding him back. That is just horrible, man. That is
I know.
Do not get your wife. Get your wife.
He better sleep with one eye open tonight, Sean.
No, remember, he sleeps in the closet, so he just locks the closet door.
That's even worse yet.
Go back to the closet. Live in the closet. Sean lives in that closet. He lives in the closet underneath the stairs, so he's kind of like a troll.
So you mean to tell me he doesn't be in that classroom with the bulletin board that says, was it North Georgia weddings?
Maybe it's a big closet. I don't know. I'd like to see him kind of like a mad scientist lab behind him. The two things with the lightning bolt going between them, kind of like in Frankenstein's lair. Frankenstein. And here's two things. This is to my millennials and my Gen Zers. Capitalize and punctuation is very important. You need to capitalize things and punctuate things, especially in sentences, because when you do run-on sentences, that is a big red flag for people thinking that it's a bad, non-legit lead. So please capitalize, use periods, use commas, use quotation marks, use the right your, not you are. That's a few things right there, because when you start doing stuff like that, people don't take it legitimate and they think it's a bad lead. So please make sure that you are capitalizing and you're using the proper parts. The second thing also to remember is that, and this is coming up because I keep seeing all this Halloween stuff. Frankenstein is the doctor. His creation is the monster. It has no name. So don't call him Frankenstein, because Frankenstein is the doctor. The creature is just the monster. He has no name. Unless you want to do Herman Munster, which is a whole other area. So there's two things for you for today. So there's you some classroom right there, and that will go for you. Of course,
Sean said that's what.
That's what chat is for, Grandpa. You don't always have access to chat. That's the first thing. Second thing is that, you know what? Chat is not always right either. Chat makes a lot of mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Chat makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Can't say it's human. Yeah.
But yeah, again, I guess Sean has to do the mad scientist lab for the next one for his
Just call him Frankie.
Frankie.
Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, well, yeah, call him Frankie now on. There you go.
All right. So let's head on out because because I have a feeling that somebody's mic is going to start working and then we'll end up doing 2 hours or 2.5 hours.
But we're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves.
I'm too sick to be gabbing tonight anyhow.
I hope you feel better, Mike.
Yep.
Killing me.
Yep. For some reason, I don't know what was going on today because it's like it's like my allergies. I was like doing a lot of sneezing today, and then the guy that worked on the my internet system, he was doing a lot of sneezing and snuffling. So I don't know. It was something in the air today. I don't know what it was. At least up here.
I got it.
All right. So let's go and head on out and do our shout outs. And our shout out goes to DJ Cool Thing. And you can subscribe to his channel at DJ Cool Thing Official, his YouTube channel. And I didn't know Buddy was coming. I would have shown Buddy, but there's Buddy Mueller, and he's the head person of the DJ Roundtable, and we'll talk about them in a second. And then, if you haven't done so already, you can join our Facebook group page. Just type in cueitup, and you can join our private group or our public group. You can reach Mikey Mike at djmikiemike on Twitter, at djmikiemike45 on Instagram, or at djmikiemike on Facebook. And then you can also join me at HitmanDDub on all my socials. And then we have a group called the DJ Collective Network, where the views and opinions expressed during the DJ Collective Network time shows are those of the individual hosts and guests of that show. They do not necessarily reflect the views or official stance of the different shows of the DJ Collective Network as a whole, its affiliates, or production partners. Viewers and listeners' discretion is advised. And again, the DJ Collective Network is one culture, many voices, and welcome to our primetime DJ lineup, a weekly schedule of live stream shows built for DJs, by DJs. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, we got the knowledge, the stories, and inspiration to help you level up. And then on Mondays at 9 o'clock on YouTube, for every DJ chasing dreams, no matter the odds, it's your time to spend with DJ Cool Thing. And then on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock on Twitch, join Buddy, our guest that's on the show tonight. Buddy and his weekly guest panel of DJs for unfiltered conversations that matter. It's the DJ Roundtable with Buddy from TBM Productions. And you can see the rebroadcast on YouTube every Monday at 1 o'clock at TBM Productions DJ 1's YouTube channel. So the DJ Roundtable is made up of real DJs, real stories, real lessons, all at the round table. And then on Wednesday, I'm beginning to think this is like Ice Cube and his Friday movies. So Sean, since you on here, we all been waiting for our next video. It's like on Wednesdays, it's like he got us used to at 7 o'clock watching the video, but now it's like I don't know what to do. It's like if Cool Thing doesn't put a video up or any of the other ones that I usually watch, I don't know what to do. So hopefully Sean will be able to go back and start putting up live content on his show, the DJ Biz School. And it's Not just about spinning tracks, it's about spinning success. Learn the business side of DJing, branding, marketing, SEO, and strategy. It's DJ Night Owl, and it's the DJ Biz School. And then on Thursdays, you have us, me, HitmanDDub, and my friend djmikiemike, and it's a cueitup DJ podcast at 9 o'clock on my channel. And then you also have the Start to Spin crew with DJ Pretty Boy and DJ Shay. And their podcast is also at the same time at 9 o'clock on their YouTube channel at LaRuckus Int. And we'll be doing another collab with them in a few weeks. Next week, Cool Thing is going to join us again. We got a couple of toys that we like to play with our little VR headset. So we're going to talk a little bit about DJing in the metaverse. And he got his right there. It looked like you got the same headset that I was talking about. So, yep, I have that. But mine is like a battery operated thing. Yep. And now I guess DJ Mikey Mike, he got the new versions. So
he's more like the Matrix. He's like
Neo. Or Mr. Smith.
He's gonna swallow a pill. Red pill, blue pill.
John Lennon, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're gonna do our third collaboration with, again, the Start to Spin crew. And we'll be joined by a special guest. I'm so happy we were able to get them. I still can't believe that he actually accepted, because I didn't think we were worthy enough.
I thought we were going to have Matt Solstice and Rachel on Sugar.
Okay.
We should get both of them together on the show, huh?
Okay, we'll see. Maybe. And then also, Kevin had joined us earlier tonight in the chat. And Kevin, you can catch him with Matt and Eric on the KJ Chill Room karaoke chat. They have a rebroadcast on Sunday nights, I think around 9 o'clock. But you can join them live on Mondays at 7 o'clock p.m. at djntv.com/KJ Chill, and you can talk to them live. Also, we have our other friend, _DJ Reese _ he started back his podcast. It's the Recreate the Vibes podcast, and you can join him on his channel at the Recreate the Vibes YouTube channel, where he offers a lot of information over being a corporate DJ and DJs in general. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. And we also have our Facebook pages. You can subscribe to there. You get a lot of extra information that we don't have on the show, or we show on the show. We also put up in the Facebook group page. So do you all have any other closing remarks before we head on out?
Well, after the show, make sure if you get a scam or what looks not really legit, don't fall for it. If it's in an email, delete it. If it's in a message, delete it, and just don't fall for the scams, and just don't fall for it. Don't be like me.
Forward it to Hunter at hunterstopscams.com.
Yep.
But go after scammers now.
Yeah, I was also going to say it's also important that you have antivirus, some kind of antivirus or malware thing on your system. Because I use what is this called? What is this thing called? I thought the name would pop up.
Player Sean.
But yeah, basically it also cleans off my hard drive, go through my catch and clean up this space, but it also has the malware thing. But I'm surprised I don't see a name. Or maybe I'm not going to even worry about it. I'll put it. Oh, there it is. Clean my Mac X. That's why I have.
I've heard that.
That's a good program.
And I use was it Trend Macmillan or Trend Mac? I had McAfee initially because that's what comes with like the PC, but I used Trend something that I went to when I had a PC. But yeah, so make sure you have the two-step authentic, the key thing, and make.
Add your IP address, everybody.
Oh yeah.
ExpressVPN.
Yep. So if you do that, then hopefully, if you do accidentally click on one of those links, you'll be able to catch it and it won't do too much damage.
Yes.
So with that said, let's head on out with our fade out message. Oh, buddy. Let me go. You guys, it may almost make me think of that Mission Impossible picture again.
Yeah.
I got my bunker. I'm back in my bunker now.
So
you can see the light above me, like I have here. I have one light on here. The rest of the room is dark.
Mm-hmm. I see the computer back there.
All
Yeah, I see the computer.
Yeah, that's.
Yep, I see the computer back there. See, you're the one that's up there screwing around with my Zoom. That's why it keeps going out, because Buddy freezes his screen and we think he's talking or listening. He's back there busy. So our fade out message is, if it's too good to be true, it's too bad for you. So delete it. Or just don't even click on it. Just put it in your junk mail.
Like in the movie Liar Liar. Wow, that's nice. It was deleted.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with that said, remember, before it's time to spin, you gotta first cue it up. Hope you all have a great week, and make sure you go out there and kill those gigs.
I rise like the sun while the world still sleeps. Scouring the sights looking for new leads. Marathon gigs with no in between. Your worth is from a rear view they seen. They want to party, but I'm battling fatigue, chasing passion while my mental is still out on leave. It's an everyday hustle, so respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Cue up the pressure. In the booth where the DJs dwell. Clubbing is a struggle like it's all I've got. Set it up, break it down, travel to the next spot. Ambitions, the engine stay sharp like a tool. Revving through my gigs, power drinks is fuel. It's the everyday hustle, we'll respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Pressure. Cue up the pressure. 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 Cue up the pressure. Pressure, cue up the pressure, the pressure. Cue up the pressure.
I was quiet tonight. I don't